3-2-1. Right,
yeah, once upon a time there were some lads who went to Ibiza. However, it wouldn't go right for the right reason. One of the lads lost his passport, so they were facing a race against the clock to make the trip happen to Ibiza. It would remain to be seen if they would get the passport sorted in time to go clubbing in Ibiza. The following day they sorted their passport out and they would go to Ibiza. The next day they checked in at the airport. Suddenly there was some youths. These youths were behaving really dangerously. The youths who were between 5'10" and 6'2", they started on the lads for no reason. The next day they got the plane when in quite unbelievable circumstances. There were some dangerous men named Carlos Baca, Roberto Martin, Sergio Van der Vaart. They were very dangerous men and they needed to catch them suddenly. As the winds began to get stronger, the lads were on the plane waiting for takeoff to Ibiza. Suddenly, as the plane took off and went in the air, they weren't to know was that they were being followed. Late that evening, they landed in Ibiza. The lads who were named as Connor Johnson, Daniel Jones, Nathan O'Donnellson, who were aged 22 from the Cardiff area. The next day, they checked into their apartment when suddenly three masked men who were named Carlos Braminoni, Juan Martin Amagro, and Julian Rapatoni from the Rome, Barcelona, and the Granada area. The Granada area.
Granada.
Yeah, the next day the lads, they went out shopping when they were approached by Carlo Braminoni, who wanted their valuables. Suddenly it started to get heated. The lads confronted the three masked men. Suddenly the three masked men, they were getting really frustrated. One of them lost it. The three men who were on the run, one of the lads phoned the police and reported the three masked men who were causing real problems for them. Suddenly they jumped on the train and headed to Barcelona. The lads, they were enjoying their time in Ibiza, but suddenly it would turn out to get really heated. There was a police chase. It would remain to be seen if the men who got caught the next day, the police chase would continue. They would appear. It would remain to be seen. Late that evening, the police had their men, and suddenly it all started to get very, very lively. The men were arrested, and they would go to Manchester Crown Court. Judge Owen James Thomas wanted to hear the evidence. The lads, they would appear in court after spending a couple of days in Ibiza. Judge Owen James Thomas wanted to hear their version of events. The defence team for Carlos Baca, Roberto Martins and Sergio Van der Vaart, Owen James Thomas adjourned the court until tomorrow. He wanted to talk to his bosses before making a decision. The following day, the three men arrived back into Manchester Crown Court. They would learn how long they would face in prison. Owen James Thomas asked them to stand up. He handed them a life sentence in prison. The police drove them in the police cars and put them in their cells. The next day, the three of them escaped prison. Yeah, they were on the run. They were on a plane going to New York, but New York police detained them, and they were rearrested. New York police would tighten up the security so they didn't get away. The next day, the lads went out for some food. They went to pizza in the Cardiff city centre. Suddenly, they were being followed by a gang, but the police were on the lookout for them. They were both from the Swansea area. They were named as Scott O'Brien, Leo Thomas, Ricky Richards, Sheldon O'Neill. They were really dangerous men. They were really dangerous men, but the police, they detained them. The next day they went to the shop. It won't go right for the right reasons. They wanted a bottle of water, but the shopkeeper refused to give them a bottle of water. But the shopkeeper refused to give them a bottle of water. However, Jennifer Jones and player Richard O'Keefe called Jennifer Jones into his office. Richard O'Keefe gave Jennifer Jones a verbal warning. She was on her final warning. If she continued to show disrespect to the customers who go to the shop, she would lose her job. Richard O'Keefe is having none of it. He was being really serious about what he told Jennifer Jones. The following day, one of the lads received a text on their phone. Yeah, Jennifer Jones was texting them. She was sending really bad remarks. Suddenly it got really tense. The following day, Jennifer Jones arrived to work. What she wasn't to know is what would happen next. She got turned away and she wouldn't know why. She got turned away. The next day, Richard O'Keefe called Jennifer Jones into his office and he told her that he was dismissing her for breach of conduct, but she said she never sent the text message. Richard O'Keefe said to her...
Excuse me, who's Jennifer Jones?
It's made up, by the way. It's made up. It's made up.
She was a famous
actress.
actress.
Said to her that... Yeah, well, this is made up. Yeah, this is made... This one's made up.
It's made up.
This one's made up.
She wears makeup.
No, this one... I made the person
up.
Said to her... Yeah, completely made up. Said to her that she was not telling the truth. Richard O'Keefe said to her that it was out of order texting people. She didn't know that well. He gave her P45. She was livid. She was adamant. She was adamant. She needed to send a text message. She was banned from the shop. She was told by the manager who owned the shop that she couldn't come back to the shop. Richard O'Keefe decided to call security. Jennifer Jones, she was escorted off very
She's got Samitis, she's not complying.
However, she got the security and she confronted them. Suddenly she was losing her temper. Michelle O'Keefe phoned her parents, Justin Jones and Kerry Jones. He told them that he was getting rid of Jennifer Jones because she sent a text message to one of the lads. The next day, she appealed the decision to the High Court. She was really adamant she had done nothing wrong. Judge Mark Phillips wanted to hear both sides of the story. Judge Mark Phillips gave Jennifer Jones a minimum of 49 years in prison for her behaviour. Suddenly it got
49 years in prison. Poor old Jennifer.
It all got very tense. The next day, Daniel Sturridge lost his football boots. Daniel Sturridge was lifting weights. He wanted to work his muscles so he could be even stronger. Later that evening, the lads settled down for the night and decided to watch Netflix. They watched the film before the next day. They would get a plane. So they would get a place, at the University of Manchester to study chemistry. The following day, Daniel Sturridge won £1 million to go on holiday to Dubai. Daniel Sturridge would drink some beer at the end. Sam Jenkinson. Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Do you know?